The big question was that now that we're trying to increase access and flexibility for all students, regardless of their background and level of preparedness, how can we help these students who might come from underprivileged backgrounds to help them succeed and really stay engaged and get good grades and help them move forward?
We see this change as something that can help a multitude of students who are maybe coming to Notre Dame underprepared and are taking more time through course sequences. Some students in very time-sensitive majors like engineering or science, some students come in with AP credit for Calculus 1 and 2, and some don't.
Instead of having students depend on recall, we now have in exams students demonstrate mastery, where they're really gathering the skills that they've learned instead of demonstrating memorization of concepts.
I designed a final assignment that had 3 different pathways, right? Students could choose to verbally present information to their peers, or they could annotate and kind of report on some of the topics that we're looking at, or they could lead small groups of their peers in dialogue throughout the semester. Giving students more autonomy in determining what their assignments are going to look like, what their goals are, and how they reach those goals, it actually improves my ability to create an inclusive environment in the classroom.
People who are from under-resourced upbringings or underserved communities lack some of the implicit knowledge in terms of correspondence with the professor and what policies or what interactions are appropriate. And so by using the one-time grace period allows them a certain amount of privacy in terms of what they're willing to tell me, while also engaging in correspondence with me to be responsible for their education.
I vision inclusive teaching as being most important to give students self-efficacy, and then also viewing it as letting them know that they belong there. The activities I use in my classes are often different from, I would say, standard engineering practice, so I don't just talk about how do we refine oil and gas, but I'll talk about how do you cook food, how do you create a well-cooked steak. That's a heat transfer problem. And I don't think, and I started in engineering, I felt that sense of belonging that I was meant to be an engineer. I was part of engineering. And so finding ways to connect things I already liked and did helped me better understand myself as an engineer. What did it mean to be an engineer? How do I use this?
The Ascend program is a program designed to help students prepare for their calculus curriculum, to introduce them to different icons of the Notre Dame culture and really welcome them into the Notre Dame family.
We designed a randomized control experiment where we delivered text messages to students with content between 2 midterm exams, and we find that students who were in this treatment group that received the extra behavioral kind of commitment components to it and the social accountability aspect actually did better on their exams, and especially in the online and hybrid courses. So for us, it's a way that maybe for students who do not grow up with parents who tell them and went to college how to learn, how to structure their days, and they really just kind of go to class and don't stay engaged, maybe giving them this extra little push could help.
Certainly the move to online has forced us to consider what are better ways to have a better inclusive classroom to allow all our students' voices to be heard and not just let a few voices dominate the conversation.
Because every one of these initiatives takes more time, it takes a lot of thought, it's a lot of hard work to do that. And so I want to see other people see it as a success, and then they know that they can take that forward because they've seen one success, that it can happen in every classroom. There's nothing special about me as a faculty member that says I can do it but others can't.